I'm going to show you guys how to use Google search for an image and Google Docs to create a monochromatic image that is in full color. So first thing is I'm going to type in beach toys to go along with our beach theme and search. And I'm going to switch it over to images so only images show. And we don't want images like this or just with the white background. We want the object or the toys to be in the sand, similar to this here, but I don't like that one. This one's pretty close, but I want the toys to be showing a little bit more. So let me keep looking. This one is good. So is this one. Actually, I'm going to choose this one. And I'm just going to click it. Don't copy the image from this small portion. We want the image to be as big as possible. So now I'm going to click on this one again. Take me to the actual page where the image is found. And then I'm going to right click or two finger tap on your traction pad in your Chromebook. I'm going to I'm going to open the image in a new tab so that only the image shows and it's as big as it can possibly make it. And I'm going to right click again or two finger tap, and I want to copy the image now. So I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to now open a new tab, and this is where we're going to go to our Google Docs. And in Google Docs, we're going to open up a blank document, and in this blank document is where we're going to put that image we just copied. And I'm going to go over to Edit, and I'm going to paste it. There's our image now, all right? And you're going to click on it so that you get these blue boxes all around it and this menu down here with these three little dots. You're going to click on these three little dots right here to give you image options, and we want to do adjustments. So now you see a little sidebar shows up, and let me scroll over so you can see the image better, and we're going to change the recoloring. So right now it's in full color with all the other colors. We want it to just have one color plus black and white to go along with our monochromatic image. So dark 7, and as you can see, all of these are slightly different. Some are really bright, that's too bright, and some can be pretty dark, like this one is a little too dark. I like something in between, like this dark 7. We want to be able to see all of the objects, in this case, the bucket, the shovel, the sand, and the water in the background. All right, so now we're going to mess with the adjustments. We're going to mess, not the opacity, that's if we want the image to be see-through. We don't, so that should be all the way to the right. We're going to mess with the contrast. If you notice, if I push it all the way to the right, it gets rid of some of the details, so we don't want to do it all the way to the right. I would say somewhere, and it's going to vary depending on your image. Somewhere where you can see more of the details, like right now, you see those clouds kind of showing up a little bit more as I move the brightness over to the right. So those clouds show up. We got the water here in the background. We have the sand. We have the bucket and the shovel. But again, if I move the contrast all the way over, we don't want that because we can't see the objects. They just disappear. So I'm going to move it again just a little bit. This is pretty good. And this will not work on every single image. So you might have to choose a couple different images until you choose or find the one you want. So let me show you what I mean. So let's open a new tab. I'm going to go over to my drive and open up another doc. And I'm actually going to use this template, the report, since it has an image in it. So if I click on it, it'll open it. And I just did this to mess with the image, since it's a pretty simple one, right? This could technically be seen as a beach without the beanie, this person just looking out into the ocean, right? So I'm going to click on the image. We got the blue squares, and we're now going to click on the three little dots for image adjustments. Move the image over, and we're going to do recolor again. This time I'm going to change it to, that red is pretty good. That's too light. What about this one? That might be too dark. I'm going to go with the first one. All right. And so this one has a lot of detail in it, right? And so we want to make those details kind of pop out a little bit more. Again, we're only going to mess with the brightness and contrast. So you see if I move it all the way to the right, this looks like a better image than this one if I move it all the way to the right. See the difference between that? and this. So that's why it varies on the image you choose. You don't want an image like this where you have nothing showing up anymore and all the details have gone away. So we want to keep the details, but also be able to see the dark to light values like we can in this one. This one's more defined, right? And we can still kind of play around with it more. The brighter I go though, the more your details get lost. So you want to find kind of like a happy medium where you can see a lot of bright light values, middle values, and darker values. And that's kind of what we want in our image. Okay, so you're gonna have to play around with certain images depending on your image and what your theme is going to be.